This is Talk That Talk podcast with Ben.
And Tiff, find us on YouTube at The Loftons and Anchor.fm at Talk That Talk The Loftons. Click on all the links below to shop with us, follow us, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now let's get to the conversation.
It's been a while. Today we're going to speak on work husbands and work wives, or just friends of the opposite sex at work.
In the workplace.
Yeah, in the workplace. Recently, I was on Fanbase in one of their chats, and it came up. More than one, but a couple people were mentioning that you got to be careful about those work husbands and work wives, and especially like on Instagram, you see where it's some shady stuff going on in some of these workplaces, and the wife or the husband don't have no idea what's going on. So we said we're gonna go ahead and discuss that and make this a quick video on that. Since I'm returning back to work. So Tiff, you want to start off?
Well, I would say in our situation, we just want to be personable and very direct. People may have considered what we had was a work husband, work wife type of relationship, though we know that's not what it was. The outside looking in, and like when you were on that call with the chat and fan base, they assumed when we just gave them a brief description of our relationship and how we met that y'all got to be careful, as if that was our situation, and it was not. But him now returning back to work, I just have to give you very much clear understanding of who my husband is, and he is not a friendly person. So I'm tell you right now, you see him in public, he'll speak, but to get him to stand there and have a conversation is very difficult. So in work stance, Benjamin is 100% about work. It's work related only. You may get a little bit of personable out of him, but that has to really intrigue his interests about whatever it is you're speaking about. But if we're going to only speak about the opposite sex or another woman, he 100% shuts it down. Like, that's just one thing that I don't have to worry about. And that's, I guess, the trust factor that I have in him is knowing.
You don't have to worry about it, but you still feel like
I worry because you have
swayed.
No, I don't think you can be swayed. I'm sorry, not with this. But what I am saying is you're still a man and you're going to look. Yes, we all look. I look at men, you look at women.
Yeah,
we get that.
I can't help what my eyes see.
Yeah, but it matters on how far you take that look. Does that look come with a phone call? Does it come with an outside text message? Does it come with a look when you walking in the hallway going to the bathroom or going to the lunchroom?
But some people, well, I know we just can't talk about we ain't talking about ourselves, but some people, girlfriend or whatever, a wife or husband, they comfortable with the other person having that type of relationship with somebody at work.
Yeah, but you have to get to that step. It don't just magically just happen. It's some investment that had to go into that in order for that wife or that husband to be comfortable with that husband work wife or wife husband relationship at work. It has to be some type of investment in it in order for the outside spouse to be acceptable of the relationship.
Well, taking me out of the picture before I came around, did you have one of those situations and then it went into something else?
In my past, yeah, I dated my boss, so it was.
Okay, you saying y'all dated? I get that part. What I mean, like, did it initially? Wasn't nothing at all?
It was nothing at all. It was just employee supervisor. That's pretty much what it was, and then it gradually went there to going out on lunch, and that's just as simple as it was. And some of y'all may be doing the exact same thing right now. It's just simple lunches. And you know what that's called? It's called time, and it's called investment. So you put in that time and investment when you think you're just chilling, you're probably joking about, probably talking about other people around you. That is some form of time that you're getting to know a person outside of work. So then something in you maybe start to be intriguing, that you may be thinking about this person on a whole nother different level than whatever title they have at their job. So for that example, yes, it turned from just a friendship level, hanging out, doing crazy stuff outside of work, Crazy stuff as just friends, nothing else. Trust me.
Doing crazy stuff outside of work.
it was outside. It was just, it was, we were from the same place, so we felt like we spoke the same language outside of those who work with us who were from totally different places. So that was the other connection. See, that's what I'm saying, like those little signs that's in there. So then from there, it went to a relationship, husband-wife relationship, that work relationship, because we were never married. But that's what I'm saying, of
And
how
this
those things
was this your only occasion?
of work.
Well, you was working with somebody other than me and this other person, because you're 2 for 2 right now. Was another situation where you met somebody at work and something else?
Not work, school, when I was doing my undergrad. So if you want to consider that, it was supposed to be a student relationship. It wasn't a...
So maybe I need to worry about you at work.
You don't have to worry about... Babe, we so far gone off that level, Benjamin. Don't open up a can of worms that's not necessary to open up.
I'm just being funny.
We're not even there. Nowhere near
The
it.
thing is, you know, it don't matter where you're at. If you're going to do something, you're going to do it.
Yes, you are going to do it. It's all about being the conscious level of, number one, your relationship and what that brings to you at that moment. And then if you feel you got to step out of a relationship, then you have to question your relationship. And if you start entertaining
So at
little
what
work
point
buddy
is
who
it-
bring you coffee every morning,
So at what point is it going too far?
it's going too far when the conversations start going from work related to personal related, and they're constantly on a personal level. We'll
And
just
what's-
start with that as step one.
What's personal?
Personal is texting. Even if it's a text, let's just do something simple. How was your weekend?
But everybody asks that.
Now fuck that. Everybody don't ask that. I don't ask these people at my job how their weekend was. I don't give a damn. I'm not asking them how their weekend was, Benjamin.
Y'all don't ask that in teams how the weekend was?
No, nobody asks that. They get to good afternoon. Hope everyone had a good day. It's a general conversation.
That's what I'm saying. That's a general conversation.
No, but it's not a personable.
Oh, you
Personable
mean
is
like
you
a person
and
to
the,
go individually
Yes.
say, how was your weekend?
how was your? They personally reached out to you to ask you how was your weekend. Not a damn about everybody else's weekend.
I've had people ask me directly how was my weekend,
Okay.
but then they come with them asking me because they want me to do something at work. So
Okay, but it goes back to work related. So you just asked, what is that initial? That initial could be something of an example of how was your weekend. You go with the, oh, it was cool. And then that person goes into the, yeah, well, I did, blah, 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 blah. And then you come in with the, yeah, me and my family. You keep it on family level. It's already too far, period. I'm saying from my experience, that third message you returning back is already too fucking far. There's no possible way you even need to respond after that. It was cool. It was cool. That's it. There's nothing else to respond.
What you're saying is 3 strikes you out.
Pretty much. Because you already have opened up that window of more. You've given an opportunity of more, especially if the person is interested. You've given them an opportunity of more,
So
regardless
how
of
you
your
gonna really
circumstance.
See, because
You still have your demeanor, but you...
my wife feel like, you know, like how, you know, if somebody say something too nice or whatever, they interested.
I'm sorry, sir. Don't bring this on Tiffany. Because if a man damn show at work...
A man intentions is a lot worse than...
Oh my God, you see
this?
this? You see the double standards here? Here's the double standard, Benjamin, is that you just feel like nobody can never say nothing nice to you. Like you just obliviated from the man species in the world. And no woman looks at you.
A man intentions is...
A woman intentions
usually-
exactly the same, Benjamin. There is no
usually
difference.
bad.
A woman intentions is just as lustful as a man intentions, Benjamin. It is just as lustful. If anything, we're more sneaky with our approach than y'all, so we can kind of slither in there a little bit because we're a little bit more savvier in that way. Where y'all a little bit more bolder in approach. We're just a little bit more sap. I'm giving away some girl code right here, but it's just a little slithering.
I mean, because my thing is it always takes 2 to tango. It always takes 2.
But it all starts with that first initial it's that first. If you give that time to that person outside of work, and we just say outside, it don't even have to be that you go somewhere else. The time can be outside of your desk. You inside of the lunchroom and you sitting with this person. It can be outside by your car as you walking out from work and you walk into your car.
What you saying is that's all going to eventually lead to something.
It can definitely lead to something because you gave it an opportunity to speak on things outside of work. If you ain't going to your car by your damn self and you communicated with this same person now or multiple, but it's that same pattern with this person, that's something to look out for. That's a little red flag. It's something to channel in your brain.
So it ain't that y'all might just be a good associates at work sometimes.
It's it's something. What we saying now is, how does it get to a something? Right now, you came in as coworkers. You didn't know anything, nothing about the person.
Well, let's say this. If, let's say in the case where the person ain't really with these two people, they really ain't, like, they not married. They may be with some people or whatever the case may be, but they ain't really like serious. Mm-hmm. Would they get a good green light on that?
That depends on their significant other in the relationship and how they feel. If it's a serious boyfriend and girlfriend statute, they may still look at themselves as single. And when they say single, they mean single until married. So for that reason, they're free to be friends with whomever they choose to be friends with, regardless of someone holding the title as boyfriend, girlfriend. But then that also just still depends on how they identify their relationship. If they consider a serious relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, as in it's me and you, monogamous, no one else, then that means if you're going to start a new relationship or friendship with somebody, girl or female,
so is this
that person should know about it.
So is this the same thing as you in a relationship and girls have male friends or men have female friends?
That is something that you need to discuss when you first start this relationship.
I ain't agree with that.
You're not in agreeing discussing you have friend girls to your new chick?
Huh? No, not in agreeing. I'm just saying I wasn't in agreement with you having no male friends.
Well, yes, because you are that person who feels that males are conniving. They can come in, slither. They sitting on the sideline right now.
No, I'm not worried about them so much doing anything. Like I said, you're gonna do something regardless. But I just kind of feel like more like the intentions are not pure, especially if y'all had been together before or something like that.
They're not considered a work husband anymore. We're not together. There's no work husband, work wife, nothing.
The intentions are not, for me.
It was moving to a different transition and becoming a friend with your ex type of situation. That's a whole other topic in itself. How you be friends with your ex. Let's stick to topics, sir.
No, well.
Of us husbands. Because we can go all day about other stuff, other topics.
Well, I guess that's going to be the topic for the next one. Since this is a quick one.
Yes.
That's gonna be the topic for the next one.
So let us keep us informed. Like, how do you handle if you are in some form of a husband, wife, husband, work relationship at work? How does that work for you? Because for us right now, there is none of that going on. But now that he's back to work, no, I trust him 100%. These are like things that I don't even worry about or even try to fixate my brain to
ain't
think.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but I have to always constantly let him know that women do look at you like you are not oblivious to nothing. Jesus. Like, they do see you, Benjamin. You're a human, gorgeous specimen here. Everybody gonna look. Are you serious? Like, I've always told Ben from day one, way back 10 years ago, that he has presence. If any of y'all ever get to meet my husband in person, he would not have to say a word. You would just see him walk into the room, and he has what you consider presence. I think we both do. But you can see his statue. Until he opens his mouth and you hear his voice, then you know he has more presence. So if you think that that's not intriguing to a woman, are you serious right now?
But if I'm not playing on anything like that, I don't see what you're talking about, the intriguing part.
Yeah, Ben, but it's the initial factor of a woman giving you a look. Yes, it does determine on how far you take it.
If you got eyes, you can see.
No, Ben, it does determine on how you take it. You has to be the one to open that door and let them flies come in.
Yeah, well,
Don't bring them fucking flies over here.
But my door stay closed.
Fine, then we're not speaking of you. So we're speaking about those men who go to work every day knowing they're being looked at by women or getting complimented by women, vice versa to the women.
What about the women who doing that, letting they...
Same thing.
You get husband bringing them stuff
bringing them lunch, always bringing them coffee. Might be sitting at their desk every day, conversing, coming by their desk all the time, call them on the phone, just checking on them, telling jokes on the phone. Like, however that relationship is, if it's a way of interfering in whatever you got going on, we in 2023. Like, ain't no need to bring the drama no more. Everybody here is very much secure. Everybody out here trying to get their bags. They trying to be very much open. Like, be open about it and just tell the person what the hell going on. Nobody got time for this stupid shit. Like, there's too much other stuff going on in the world that you don't have time to keep playing these dumbass games.
But what you saying they ain't got time for? But what if somebody come to their girlfriend or a wife or something and tell them that, and then the reaction is not good.
What's the tell? What is the person
I
coming
mean,
to
you
their
tell them and
relationship
say,
to
"Oh,
say?
so and so, me and so and so is my work wife. She come bring me. She bring me coffee."
Wait. Why you consider that person a work wife?
Because
Let's just give them that title. Why do you give them that title?
That's just the name people use at work.
Okay, so it's just a general term.
Yeah, it's just a general term. That's it.
Okay.
And they tell their wife or whatever, and the wife act the fool on them. You think they're gonna open up and tell them anything else?
Probably won't, but then I will have a follow-up question to that is, if this person has a title as such, why didn't I know? Why
they
are you
telling
just,
you now.
So y'all had one instance and she automatically become a work wife? No, it was some investment to get a help of that name.
It ain't one instance. It had to be something over time for them
That's
to say
my point. So if there's something over time that
want
occurred,
me
why do I know
say
at the title? If you felt it was some type of day one situation, yes.
I don't know.
Why the hell I need to know at the moment you already done gave this heifer a name and a title? That's too late for me.
They may have not gave him the name. Somebody else maybe just gave him the name.
If it's floating around your job, it shouldn't have to come back to your significant other at that moment. It should have been something in between. Like if you knew on day 2 you're going to go have coffee with this person, you should have said something to your significant other on day 2.
So let me ask you this.
CYA, buddy.
So let me ask you this. At what point do you say enough is enough?
If you feel like it's going too far, like if you only know, see, that's why you got to lay the groundwork. The foundation got to be there. If it's going to be that type of relationship at work, there is no crossing lines. And if it does cross a line, let's say that line is crossed.
So what is crossing the line, Tiffany?
Okay, let's say we sitting and we just chilling and we laughing. You know, you go to work and something's so funny and you, I'm just saying, if it's something of that nature.
You laughing like that at work?
Hell no, I'm giving you an example, Benjamin.
Oh, okay, that was phony as shit, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, you know, the laughter that causes bodies to touch, you know, it's stuff like that. That rubbing stuff, first of all, it's a personal space. So it shouldn't be that a person should be that close to you that they have to touch your person. That's step 1. Step 2 can be y'all just talking or whatever, and it's whatever them eyes are saying something, them eyes are speaking. And however them eyes are speaking, you know something internally is bubbling up. Some butterflies in your stomach, your heart beating fast with anxiety. Ain't no telling what it might be. That's another sign, is whatever that internal feeling might be. Another one could be rubbing your hand. Like, you know, you walking out the door and they do something like that. Or, babe, I don't know what it is. I'm so far removed. I'm just giving you examples.
You had somebody rub your hand like that at work?
In my previous life, yes, I had somebody rub my hand at work. Or they'll rub your back like this, like this.
That's a flag on the plate.
Babe, what the?
That's a flag on the plate.
What the hell you? What the hell is that?
Rub no hand.
Y'all can see
That's
this
sexual harassment.
What the? Look what this man just threw.
That's sexual harassment. You around here touching,
where the hell you get this from, Benjamin?
So that means you was okay with it. If you let it rub your back, that's a flag. That's a no-no all day long.
Is this what we're doing now? We doing
That's
flags?
right. When I feel like you're wrong, when I say here's something crazy that you should have stopped it back in your past life, that's a flag on the plate.
Babe, what the hell? Like, where you come from with this?
We gonna finish this conversation on the next one. We're gonna get on.
Man. Y'all let us know. You see what I got to deal with? Mind you, y'all just meeting this man. I've been dealing with him for 10 years. Where the hell he get a damn... Thank y'all for tuning in to this husband, work, wife, husband topic.
Yeah, because the next topic going to be still having friends, being friends with the ex. I don't know how that's supposed to work out. So many simps out here. All right, now. Till the next time.